In this country say that if the US pulled out, your government would collapse in 3 days.
From the resource perspective, they're absolutely right. We will not be able to support our army for 6 months without US support and US capabilities.
Did you just say that without the US support, your army couldn't last 6 months?
Yes, because we don't have the money.
We have worked out an over-horizon capacity that we can be value-added, but the Afghans are going to have to be able to do it themselves with the Air Force they have, which you're helping them maintain.
Afghanistan.
I'm not going to answer any more question on Afghanistan.
Is Kabul under threat? Is Kabul isolated? What is it?
Right now, without getting into a battlefield assessment every day, I don't want to do that. Kabul is not right now in an imminent threat environment.
As the United States and allied forces leave Afghanistan, they relinquish more than just territory. They relinquish global security, strategic influence, the moral high ground, and plain common sense. 250,000 people on both sides lost their lives over 2 bloody and expensive decades. Was it worth it? Only if we'd stayed. It has indeed been worth it up till now, given the fact that the Allied presence in Afghanistan has seen the restoration of human rights to the people of that country, stabilised the region, and in particular benefited women who were previously abused, tortured and enslaved by Taliban forces. There are now worrying signs that attacks on women have already ratcheted up in recent days. Go figure. The Taliban are weeks, if not days away from key strategic gains, and in a matter of months, possibly even a month's time, this hard-won territory will once again be theirs. Terrorists will overturn the secular government and the government's armed forces. They will fall quickly. In one fell swoop, the world becomes a more dangerous place. What can you say about the mask-wearing wokester-in-chief, Joe Biden, whose first foreign policy test as president has been to surrender to terrorists, renege on promises to the Afghan people and its military, and to ultimately render the streets of Western countries like Britain and America less safe. The Taliban will pursue their evil actions and propagate their tyrannical ideology in likely collaboration with Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and with the potential tacit support of global bad actors with no interest in Western security, like Russia and China. Notwithstanding these security implications, it's also a tragedy for the Afghan people and will likely produce another migrant crisis. Donald Trump wanted out as well, and he was wrong also. The departure of Western allies from this notoriously war-torn country will be a moment to forget and a moment to regret. Those billions spent and those lives lost on both sides were all for nothing, and Afghanistan are back